evening and welcome to the ICU TV main news at 8. Now, before we get into the details, let's take a look at the stories that are making headlines. Well, government takes decisive action at Zammsa to strengthen service delivery. Well, VEEP urges Mansa Council to work on feeder roads. And Zambia marks World Health Day with a call for quality science-driven healthcare. And in international news, well, oil price fluctuates ahead of Trump's Iran deal deadline. And on the sports front, our fast denies halting club support at Copperbelt AGM. Well, and now with the news in detail, my name is Maluba Wanamajend. Well, government has taken decisive administrative action at the Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency, Zammsa, in a move aimed at strengthening efficiency, accountability, and service delivery in the health sector. Well, there's more in the following report.
The Ministry of Health has announced that the appointment of Zambia Medicines and Medical Supplies Agency Zammsa board member and president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Zambia, Mr. Kigan Mwape, has been revoked with immediate effect. The Pharmaceutical Society has been requested to nominate a new representative in line with its governing act.
I have with immediate effect revoked the appointment of Mr. Kigan Mwape, president of the Pharmaceutical Society of Zambia, as board member of Zammsa. The Pharmaceutical Society of Zambia is hereby requested to nominate another representative in accordance with the provisions of its governing act.
In addition, 5 Zammsa officers have been suspended to facilitate ongoing administrative and investigative processes.
Ms. Rachel Msimoko, Senior Manager, Supply and Planning, currently acting Director Supply Planning. She has been suspended with immediate effect and replaced with Mr. Oliver Landry, Manager Supply.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Alex Katakwe, has called upon the Drug Enforcement Commission and the Anti-Corruption Commission to urgently institute investigations into the matters concerning the suspended officers.
I am calling upon the Drug Enforcement Commission and the Anti-Corruption Commission to urgently institute investigations into matters concerning the suspended officers at Zammsa.
Government has reiterated its firm stance against inefficiency, negligence and misconduct in the health sector.
Let me be clear. This government will not tolerate inefficiency, negligence or any form of misconduct in the management of medicines and medical supplies.
Measures have been put in place to ensure uninterrupted supply of medicines and medical supplies, highlighting the ministry's commitment to safeguarding public resources and delivering quality, equitable healthcare to all Zambians. For ICU TV in Lusaka, I am Golofana James.
And now, Vice President Mtali Nalumango has directed the Mansa Municipal Council to improve the maintenance of feeder roads in the district. Mrs. Nalumango said poor maintenance of feeder roads should become a thing of the past, noting that the government has allocated over 3 million kwacha to each constituency under the Constituency Development Fund for fuel and lubricants. While she was speaking in Mansa when she addressed concerns raised by traditional leaders over the poor state of feeder roads in the district. The Vice President urged councils to fully utilize the allocated funds and deploy available earth-moving equipment to rehabilitate the roads. And she emphasized that local authorities have been adequately funded to ensure feeder roads are worked on across all constituencies. And furthermore, earlier, Chairperson of the Luapula Province Council of Chiefs, Chief Chisunka, appealed to government to urgently improve feeder roads in the area. And now the Minister of Health has officiated at Zambia's 2026 Health Day 2026 national event held in collaboration with the World Health Organization, held under the theme Together for Quality Health, Informed by Science. And the event underscores Zambia's commitment to delivering quality, science-driven healthcare for all citizens. And now speaking during the commemoration at Mulungushi International Conference Center, while in Lusaka earlier today, the minister described the theme as a call to action challenging the nation to move beyond simply providing access to healthcare services and instead focus on improving the quality of healthcare. Now here's a report.
Stand with science. This theme has been thoughtfully adapted to Zambia as Together for Quality Health, Informed by Science. This adaptation is not merely a change in wording, it is a call to action. It challenges us to move beyond access and focus on quality, ensuring that every health service we deliver is grounded in scientific evidence and meets the needs of our people. In practical terms, Together for Quality Health emphasizes that achieving quality health care is a shared responsibility. It requires collaboration across all levels: policymakers, healthcare providers, communities, and partners. Quality is not created in isolation. It is built through the fabric of teamwork, togetherness, accountability, and shared commitment.
We now go on our first break, and we'll be right back with more stories right after this. To stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is complementing government effort in promoting legal and safe mining for all Zambians. ICU is offering a short practical training course to artisanal and small-scale miners and those who intend to venture into mining. This training covers identification of rocks and minerals, mining operations and equipment, health and safety in mining, environmental protection, licensing and compliance. Qualifications: National Registration Card NRC. Apply now at www.icuzambia.net. For more information, contact the ICU School of Mines, Department of Artisanal and Small-Scale Mining at +260 763 302 596 or +260 973 263 492. For analysis of mineral samples, contact the ICU School of Mines Laboratory at +260 973 263 492 or +260 977 833 434.
Well, welcome back, and now to continue with the news. Well, students at the University of Zambia, Onza, gathered to appreciate the government's quick response to sanitation challenges. Well, following the death of second-year student Emmanuel Bwalia, who drowned in a sewer pit on campus. Now, Precious Panda has more in the following report.
Students at the University of Zambia gathered to show appreciation to the government and President Hakainde Hichilema for the rapid response in addressing long-standing sanitation issues on campus following the tragic death of a second-year student, Emmanuel Bwalia, who drowned in a sewer pit. The incident that sparked concern among students and parents, prompting authorities to implement collective measures which earned praise from the students.
We want to appreciate the works of the government, the works of the president. We have seen, we have confirmed, we have testified that they are moving at the speed of light, fixing our sanitation.
During the gathering, students also composed a song to encourage President Hakainde Hichilema not to get tired in his efforts to save them. The song expressed gratitude and hope that the ongoing improvement would continue.
To say, the Republican President, our President, is the intentional body we knock on.
The government said it remains committed to ensuring the safety and well-being of students and pledged to continue working to improve sanitation and infrastructure across the university. Precious Panda reporting for ICU TV News in Lusaka.
Well, now, a 35-year-old Lusaka man, Mark Vlahakis, has been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment with hard labor for stealing a jar of coffee valued at 279 kwacha.99 gwe from ShopRite Cairo Road. And Vlahakis, a resident of Makeni, is a repeat offender who had previously committed a similar theft at the same supermarket. Well, he is a single parent caring for 2 young daughters and has been facing financial difficulties. The Lusaka magistrate, Mwandu Sakala, emphasized the seriousness of repeat offences and ordered that Vlahakis serve 6 months imprisonment with hard labour from the date of arrest. And now the case highlights the judiciary's firm approach to deterring repeat theft regardless of the value of stolen items. Well, 4 people have been arrested in Jadiza district, Eastern Province, following allegations that they attacked a local rider and stole his motorbike. Now, the arrests angered fellow riders who later gathered at the police station demanding justice, forcing police to intervene and use tear gas to restore order. And our Precious Panda still gives us more in the following report.
Four people in Jadiza district, Eastern Province, have been apprehended following allegations of attacking a fellow rider and stealing his motorbike. The suspect, whose names have not yet been disclosed, were later taken to the police station by fellow riders. However, tensions escalated when an angry mob gathered at the station demanding immediate justice. The situation quickly turned tense as the crowd attempted to take law into their own hands, prompting police to intervene and protect the suspects. Police later used tear gas to disperse the crowd and restore order. Authorities have since maintained calm while investigations into the matter continues. Precious Banda reporting for ICU TV News in Jadiza.
Well, the Lusaka High Court has found that a 19-year-old accused of killing his parents in 2022 has a case to answer. Now, Gertrude Chawatama ruled that a prima facie case had been established against Wishimwe Mwakachea and placed him on his defense. Now, however, the accused opted to remain silent, and the court has since reserved judgment with a date yet to be set. Now, the matter relates to an incident that occurred in 2022 in Lusaka's Salama Park, where Wishimwe is alleged to have killed his parents, Nathaniel Mwakachea and Pemba Mwakachea. Well, the two, aged 53 and 52 respectively, are believed to have been killed in their home between midnight and 10 hours on August 6, 2022. Well, their bodies were later discovered wrapped in blankets and covered in plastic materials. Well, we now go on a short break and we'll be right back as we dive into our international news. Do stay glued.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
We'll plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins.
And trending now,
what's hot on social media.
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa AGM, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. Now down to our international news. Well, global oil prices have fluctuated ahead of a deadline set by US President Donald Trump for Iran to open the key Strait of Hormuz shipping route. And now on Monday, President Trump threatened to take out Iran in one night if it failed to agree a deal with the US by 20 hours Washington DC time on Tuesday. Well, oil and gas shipments from the Middle East have been severely disrupted as Tehran threatens to attack vessels trying to use the strait in retaliation for US and Israeli airstrikes since 28 February. While speaking at the White House, President Donald Trump said he believed reasonable leaders in Iran were negotiating in good faith, but that the outcome is still uncertain. Well, Iran has so far rejected proposals for a temporary ceasefire, demanding a permanent end to the war and the lifting of sanctions against the country. And now to continue with international news, well, more than 1,700 people have now joined the legal action against travel company TUI after becoming ill while on holiday in the Cape Verde Islands. Well, lawyers have told the BBC. And now lawyers from Irwin Mitchell, who are leading the personal injury claim, say they have been contacted by people who became ill there as recently as 2 weeks ago. And now they believe at least 8 Britons have now died after holidays there in recent years. Well, in February, UK health officials warned Britons over travel to the West African archipelago following reports of stomach bags. We now go on our fun break and we'll be right back with our sports news. Just take a look. Welcome back, and now down to the sports front. Well, Keith Mwemba says the Football Association of Zambia has not stopped providing grants and equipment to clubs, but is implementing a more structured and transparent system. While speaking in Kitwe, he urged patience as reforms take effect and emphasized investing in local coaches. Well, meanwhile, Patrick Ndlovu highlighted grassroots development initiatives, while Elisha Matambo reaffirmed government support for football growth in the province. With that sports story, we come to the end of the ICU TV main news at 8 now. But before we go, let's get a quick look at the stories that made headlines. Well, government takes decisive action at Zammsa to strengthen service delivery. And VEP urges Mansa Council to work on feeder roads. Zambia marks World Health Day with call for quality, science-driven healthcare. In international news, where oil price fluctuates ahead of Trump's Iran deal deadline. And on the sports front, Rofas denies halting club support at Copperbelt AGM. Thank you so much for still staying with us on the ICU TV main news at 8. I've been your anchor this evening, Moluwa AGM, and make sure to catch us every 20 hours for the main news as well as the other shows that we have for you. Please do have a lovely evening. Catch us on www.icutv.zm, that is our website, for more of our stories.